Hello everybody, welcome to another video, and this is my Monday Night Raw June 19th 2017 review right here on the channel. And wow, Monday Night Raw, it wasn't, how should I say, it wasn't the worst of shows, but it wasn't a good show, okay, but it wasn't the worst of shows. And boy, there's a heat wave going on in the UK. It is so hot right now. Well, Monday Night Raw, you can never expect anything better, good, can you? But there was just a few good things, and we saw a special return from the monster amongst men, Braun Strowman, which really, I'm sure, would have woken up a lot of people as it did to me. So, Monday Night Raw took place from Evansville, Indiana, everybody. And remember, they kept talking up and hyping up about Roman Reigns making this big SummerSlam announcement, and how we've seen John Cena be a free agent. So he's not on SmackDown Live, I don't know why. So he can go on either Raw or SmackDown. And a lot of people thought Roman Reigns was going to announce that he was going to face John Cena at SummerSlam. But me and a lot of people were wrong. So Reigns takes the mic to mixed reactions. He says some of us might not like this, but he cannot be beaten one-on-one when it comes down to it. And I was like, to be honest, you're right, Reigns. You're right, Reigns, because Vince McMahon loves shoving you down our throats. Ask Bray Wyatt. Ask Finn Balor. Ask his little brother Seth Rollins. Ask Braun Strowman, because Reigns put him out of commission. And Reigns said it in like such a cocky way. And he just smirking, he was smiling, and he just said it in a cocky way, like he is the guy. That's how Roman Reigns just said it. Reigns also brags on retiring The Undertaker at WrestleMania 33. Fans chant Taker's name now. Reigns says he respects Taker, and Taker respects him because Reigns beat him. How do you know that? Undertaker hasn't said anything. Reigns doesn't care who has the WWE Universal title after Great Balls of Fire, Brock Lesnar, or that guy they call Joe. Yes, Roman Reigns did not call Joe by Samoa Joe. He said Brock Lesnar or that guy they call Joe. And remember when Samoa Joe made his debut to WWE when he had the feud with Sami Zayn, he said some people have to put respect on his name. And he said, Reigns said he doesn't care who will win because he will be the #1 contender at SummerSlam. Why? Because this is his yard and he makes the rules around there. And that is why. Dun 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 dun. I love Samoa Joe's theme song. The music interrupts, and out comes the Destroyer, Samoa Joe. Not that guy they call Joe. Samoa Joe. Joe says Reigns must have forgotten his name. First he was offended, but he understands Reigns had to come out and make a case for his big announcement. Joe says his name wasn't on that list of people Reigns has beaten because he's never defeated Joe. That's right, Joe's right. Samoa Joe defeated Roman Reigns in his debut match on Monday Night Raw a few months back. Joe reintroduces himself. His name is Samoa Joe, he says, and he is the true #1 contender and the next Universal Champion. Reigns says he never thought he'd agree with Paul Heyman, but he was right last week. Reigns says Joe will never be Samoa Joe to him. He will always just be Joe. They face off, and then Joe rocks Reigns with a headbutt similar to what he did to Brock Lesnar when he dropped Lesnar last week in that fantastic brawl. Reigns and Joe are going at it. They brawl to the floor, and Joe sends Reigns into the barrier twice. And this was just a brawl. They went back in the ring. Reigns hit Superman punch, and then that was literally it. That was literally it, as Samoa Joe was retreating. We then announced that Samoa Joe was taking on Roman Reigns later on tonight. We then had the Hardy Boys, Team Extreme, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy take on Gallows and Anderson, the club. Gallows and Anderson, WWE, why did you even sign them? What have you done with the club? Absolutely nothing. Without AJ Styles, they are absolutely worthless. This was a decent match, but it's the same thing every week. The club just always lose. I don't see the point. The Hardys, man, they need to be broken. The both of them need to be broken. I don't know why WWE is wasting time. WWE can make them broken. They're choosing not to. And I have No idea why. And we're going to talk about the tag team situation in a bit. We all know Big Cass was Enzo Amore's attacker. The Monday Night Raw basically have no tag team division. They split up Jerry KO, now they're on SmackDown, Kevin Owens and Jericho. They split up the Golden Truth. Now they're splitting up Enzo and Cass. I don't know. They have no tag team division. All you need to know, the Hardy Boys defeated the Club when Jeff hit the Swanton Bomb on Gallows. We then back from the break. We got another Shattered Dreams production video from Goldust. And you know Monday Night Raw is very bad when you're getting promo packages from Goldust and R-Truth, and they're one of the most entertaining things on the show. These packages are absolutely amazing. But I'm just sitting there wondering, when are these two going to fight on Raw? When is R-Truth going to get his payback? He's ready for his close-up now. But Golden One invites R-Truth to next week's Raw in Los Angeles for his latest motion picture, The Shattered Truth. So it looks like Goldust and R-Truth will definitely be on Monday Night Raw next week in Los Angeles. So we go to the ring and JoJo introduces the drifter, Elias Sampson. He's sitting in the middle of the ring with a spotlight and his guitar. He does his intro, knocks Evansville, and goes to sing a song, but has to stop to tune his guitar. So he's asking for silence because he's trying to tune his guitar. So he's just taking the mic with them, wasting their time. Fans were booing. The music interrupts and out comes Finn Balor to a huge pop. And I was like, wow. If Finn Balor has to feud with Elias Sampson, Finn Balor is nobody. What are they doing with Finn Balor? Finn Balor is a waste of time. Former Universal Champion hasn't got his rematch. They have absolutely no plans, no creative plans at all for Finn Balor. I know that for a fact. So Balor went face to face with Sampson, and then Sampson left the ring. The match we had was Finn Balor versus Bo Dallas, and instantly I was like, wow, Bo Dallas was growing a bit. I was like, he's going to unite with his brother Bray Wyatt. I was like, no, they must be setting up for it. WWE must be setting up for it. Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt will be teaming up soon, I think. Bo Dallas is growing his hair. I love Bo Dallas' intensity. Was very physical, but this match was very quick. Who did you really think was going to win? Finn Balor won. He had to do his sling blades, his running drop kicks. You know, the routine for Finn Balor, his momentum. And then he hit the coup de grace for the victory. Corey Graves apparently receives a message and has to leave to go handle some business. Code leads us to the WWE 2K18 trailer with cover star Seth Rollins. And yes, I will be talking about WWE 2K18 news as well. A lot will be on the channel once I am free, but I am very busy right now. Limited time. Then also talk about the Women's Money in the Bank controversy and send us backstage to Raw General Manager Kurt Angle on the phone talking to someone about Money in the Bank. Graves walks in and is sorry Angle didn't have a happy Father's Day. Graves says he got the same text Angle did. Graves has a plan. Enzo and Cass walk in. Angle asks Enzo why he talked trash to UFC star Conor McGregor on Twitter. That wasn't smart of Enzo. Cass isn't worried about a tweet. He wants to talk about how they have been getting attacked lately. Cass says he knows for a fact that Big Show is the one attacking them. But we all know Big Cass, Big Cass was the one all behind it. Angle promises we will know who is doing the attacking by the end of tonight. By the end of the night, Enzo and Cass leave. Graves starts talking to Angle about his plan. Seth Rollins then, the WWE 2K18 cover superstar, made his way up to a massive pot. Seth Rollins was talking about how yesterday was awesome with WWE 2K18 announcement. Rollins talks about being on the cover and got a "You Deserve It" chant. He says this cover is for all of us, the fans. Rollins goes on and wants to make a promise to the fans, but the graphic flashes and Bray Wyatt appears on the big screen. Wyatt cuts a promo, you know, the same thing that he always does. Bray Wyatt, the same old story, but can't get nothing done in the ring. Just stop chatting rubbish. If you can't prove it and back it up in the ring, he's all talk. That's what you'll call. Bray Wyatt is verbal, mate. Very verbal. Seth Rollins was in the ring. Wyatt marches to the ring as Rollins waits. The lights come back on. Rollins dives from the ring, taking Wyatt down, outsmarting Wyatt onto the floor. Rollins leaves, but Rollins got cut open. He got his face cut open and he had to get some stitches. Graves returned to the announce table. He praised Kurt Angle as general manager and says he stands with Angle through his personal issues. Charlie Caruso is backstage with Finn Balor asking him about what's next. Yeah, what is next, Finn Balor? What is next since returning and doing absolutely nothing? Balor admits Extreme Rules didn't work out as planned, but when he looks forward, all he sees is the Universal title and getting it back. She asks about tonight's main event. He gives Joe and Reigns props, but Elias Sampson attacks him from behind and lays him out with Drifter. So it looks like they're going to be having some type of feud heading into Great Balls of Fire. Sampson warns Balor to never upstage him again. Sampson leaves his agent, Devon Dudley. Now he's the agent, you know, he's a backstage recruit now. Devon Dudley comes to check on Balor and call for some help. We then had Akira Tozawa versus TJP. This cruiserweight match actually very surprising. Lasted about 8 minutes, but then they had a commercial, which is absolutely stupid. So we actually got to see about 4 minutes. Same old story with that jobber Titus O'Neil trying to get Akira Tozawa into the Titus brand with himself and Apollo Crews. Tozawa won with a big diving swanton bomb for the win. After the match, Tozawa stands tall, and then Titus entered the ring. Titus calls for fans to give it up for Tozawa. He announces that he and Apollo Crews will face the Raw Tag Team Champions later tonight. He says Tozawa is very close to signing with the Titus brand, and once he does, he will become the next Cruiserweight Champion, causing the money to flow. Neville stands up on the announcer's table, and he's heard enough. Neville has been, right now, he's the only great thing about 205 Live in the Cruiserweight division. Jack Gallagher's not being used. Mustafa Ali got a child, so he's not being used. Austin Aries is apparently injured, so Cruiserweights are in a very bad stage right now. He calls Titus a peasant, telling him he needs to watch his tongue. Neville says he already warned Tozawa last week to tread lightly because if he continues to disrespect the king of the Cruiserweights, he will be annihilated. Titus says Neville doesn't look like a proud king. He looks like a scared little boy. Titus says Neville will surely be annihilated by the power of Tozawa. Tozawa's music hits and Neville looks angrily on. Kurt Angle's backstage questioning the Revival about the attacks on Enzo Amore and Big Cass. Then we got another R-Truth video from the What's Up Productions. He accepts Goldberg's challenge for next week's Raw in Los Angeles and promises to bring it to his former partner. Can't wait for that. R-Truth and Goldust have been doing an absolute excellent job on Monday Night Raw. We then saw Curtis Axel trying to cheer up Bo Dallas after his earlier loss to Finn Balor. Intercontinental Champion The Miz walks in and asks about how they were a lot tougher on the set of the Marine 5, which I found hilarious. He wants them to join him and become his entourage. Miz promises to make them stars as they deserve to be, stars their families would be proud of. Miz calls it the casting call of a lifetime. He tells them to think about it and walks off. So instantly, yeah, I'm saying what? So Miz, Bo, and Axel, they're gonna build a little faction here. And this is good for Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. Because later on in the night, they did accept the Miz's challenge. Charlie Caruso is backstage with Samoa Joe. He says that she's asking the wrong question about how he's preparing for Roman Reigns, as it should be the other way around. We see the video of Joe defeating Reigns on Raw 4 months ago in his debut. Joe promises Reigns will leave her a broken man tonight. He says he's going to lock Brock Lesnar in the Coquina Clutch at Great Balls of Fire and not let go of the Beast or the Universal Championship. Joe says he's going to teach Reigns some respect about his name tonight and he better use it when he speaks it. And surprisingly, I was very, very disappointed with this. Roman Reigns took on Samoa Joe right after this. Nowhere near the ending of the show. But this was definitely the best match of the show. What a match this was. Way better than their first match of 4 months ago on Joe's debut. This match was physical. This match was hard hitting. This match was intense. We saw some big blow. Oh my goodness me. These two men absolutely took the fight to each other. Nobody backed down. And they were just on their game. Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns tore the house down. But the big thing about this, let me talk about near the ending here. Joe hit a big boot and a senton drop for a close 2 count. Joe goes to the Uranagi, but Reigns fights him off with elbows. Reigns counters and nails a Superman punch for a close 2 count. Reigns calls for a spear as Joe gets to his feet. Joe needs him instead, then he caught Reigns with the Uranagi for a close 2 count. Joe stalks Reigns and goes for the coquina clutch, but Reigns resists. Reigns spares Joe and covers for the pin. Joe gets his foot on the bottom rope. Great ring in earnest by Joe. He rolls to the floor. Fans chant, "This is awesome now." It was awesome. The referee counts and Joe makes it back in the ring right before the 10 count. Reigns can't believe it. He waits for a spear, but we see an ambulance backing up to the arena on the big screen. And I was like, this must be Braun Strowman. This must be Braun Strowman. Because remember, they said Braun Strowman was supposed to be out for 6 months, but he was coming back in 2 months. That is just trying to see make Braun Strowman look so strong. The door swing open, and there's Braun Strowman. Oh my goodness me. I'm sure, I swear, all of us must have woke up. Braun Strowman was there, shouting, guys. He was yelling backstage through the arena. Joe takes advantage of the distraction, puts Reigns in the coquina clutch as Reigns fades away. But the only thing I don't like here, I'm very happy Samoa Joe got the win. The only thing I don't like here, both times Samoa Joe has defeated Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman has got involved. After the match, Joe's music hits as he looks down at Reigns and talks some trash. Reigns is still down. Braun stands over Reigns as so he comes to the ring, stands over Reigns, looks down at him. Braun takes the mic and says Reigns has forgotten that Braun isn't done with him. Braun picks Reigns up, slams him on his face. He stands tall and yells out. Fans shout one more time now. Braun says he was see Reigns at the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view in an ambulance match, and I was like, oh yes. I cannot wait. Ambulance match at Great Balls of Fire. Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. We know these two men have had very good matches in the past, and no rules at all. You have to put your opponent in the ambulance to win. I think Roman Reigns will win because remember he's having that Universal title shot at SummerSlam. It's time for another edition of Miz TV. Intercontinental Champion The Miz is out, guys. So we see replays of The Miz, Maurice, and Dean Ambrose. Miz has 2 bears in the ring, which was later on revealed as Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. One has a sign that says "I'm sorry" and the other has "Please forgive me." There's also a large red box in the middle of the ring. Miz introduces tonight's guest, his wife, Maurice. He owes her a big apology. He keeps apologizing to her. He showed about that old clock that he broke up. He said he was watching YouTube tutorials in the garage while she had him sleeping on the couch. I was like, oh yes, Maurice is not playing around at all. Miz says he made the clock perfect, just like her and just like them as a couple. And Miz says Ambrose is trying to come between them because he has what they want. Miz goes and Maurice is his heart, so it's everything. Miz begs Maurice to forgive him. Out comes Dean Ambrose. This is ridiculous, really. So the Intercontinental Championship title picture. This is very boring, man. Very boring. The only thing I liked at the end was the cut stacks and Bo Dallas destroying Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is still on Raw. Miz, I don't know why Miz and Ambrose are carrying on. This is very boring feud now. Very boring. So Miz accidentally splashed champagne on Maurice's face by pulling her in front of him to protect himself, being that coward. She was very angry. She walked out and left the Miz. Ambrose started attacking the Miz. Then the Bears started dropping Ambrose and they took off their mask. It was Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, so can't wait for this new faction. Miz hit the skull crashing finale. We then had Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews face off against Sheamus and Cesaro. Who cares? The Raw Tag Team Champions Cesaro and Sheamus absolutely dominated. And at this point, I was like, wow, so WWE really are not going to use the Raw Women's division on the show. And they gave the Raw Women 2 minutes and something seconds. 4 minutes, sorry, and something seconds. Absolutely ridiculous. They gave the women 4 minutes of time on Monday Night Raw. I was like, give Raw Women a chance. All over, Raw Women deserve better on Twitter. Absolutely ridiculous. So it was supposed to be Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. But Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss came. Even Alexa Bliss, I really don't care about her now. She's just still on Raw. Back from the break, and the match is on the way. Sasha nails the double knees early on coming out the corner. Emma appears at the announcer's table and confronts Bliss for working out on her last week. Bliss pushes Emma into the table. Emma chases Bliss to the ring. Bliss hits the ring and hides behind Jax. Emma wants Bliss. Jax puts Bliss in front of her, tells Emma to have at her. All confused, so this basically just breaks up. Now Jax wins by disqualification. Mickie James, Dana Brooke, and Bayley. They came. Bayley was actually intense. She actually had a purpose for being here. She took out all of the women, stood tall with Dana Brooke and Sasha Banks and Mickie James. Kurt Angle was backstage. He thanks fans for the pop, but he's ready to get down to business. He says someone or multiple people have been attacking Enzo Amore and Big Cass from behind, and he will not let Raw devolve into something that puts the safety of the wrestlers in jeopardy. Enzo and Cass, so this was very long. This was the ending of the show. Enzo and Cass cut promos. Cass promises to take care if he's been attacking them when they find them. Angle says he's been talking to people about what happened. He introduces the Revival first and then Big Show. Show says Angle knows him better than that. He says Enzo and Cass are both soft and should know that Show will come punch them in the mouth if he wants some in their face. Show threatens Cass as Cass stares him down. Show says if this is what Angle thinks of him at this stage of their careers, maybe Show doesn't need to be on Angle's TV show any longer. Show leaves the ring, and Cass seems convinced Show has been behind the attacks. So it looks like maybe Big Show is going to SmackDown Live. I don't know. Angle adjusted the Revival next. Dawson argues, and Angle says he's learned that the Revival has very strong alibis. Angle is interrupted by Corey Graves, who stands up with a mic at the announce table. Graves says Cass just lied about having a baseball-sized lump on his head after he was attacked. Graves says he talked to WWE medics and they never treated Cass. Cass says it wasn't the WWE medics, it was the local EMTs. Graves goes on and says he knows exactly what happened last week. Graves has some security footage that shows Cass in the backstage area last week where he acted like he got attacked. The video shows Cass placing debris around the floor to stage an attack. Cass kicks a box, lays down on the ground to act like he's hurt. Fans boo. Graves has the footage paused. Graves fans are curious that Cass was laying in the same position that he was in when WWE referees along with Enzo found him. Graves says, we know no one attacked Cass last week. Graves accused Cass of attacking Enzo. Enzo turns to Cass and says he knows there's more to it than this. Cass fights back and says, damn right he did it. So he just admits he did it. Cass asks if Enzo knows what it's like teaming with Enzo because all he does is runs his mouth all day. He even talked trash on Twitter to Conor McGregor. Cass has wanted to slap Enzo around numerous times, but he didn't because he felt bad for Enzo. Cass says everyone in the back doesn't like Enzo and he felt bad for him. Cass says for years he put up with Enzo's crap every day until he snapped. He says it felt damn good when he attacked Enzo from behind. Fans boo. I think this is absolutely ridiculous. Raw have no tag team division now. Cass says he could have slapped Enzo's neck like a twig, but he didn't because he wanted to watch Enzo suffer for all the crap Cass put up within NXT and here on Raw. Cass goes on and says he slowed things down because he wanted to see how smart Enzo is or if he is as dumb as he looks. Cass says he realized Enzo is dumber than he looks. Cass calls him dead weight, saying Enzo holds him down from reaching his potential in WWE. Enzo appears to be crying now. Cass says Enzo is the reason he's never been a champion. Cass says he's the superstar, he's where the money is. And then he says Enzo's mouth writes checks that his butt can't cash. Basically saying he chats too much and he can't do nothing in the ring. He says Enzo's mouth, so he says he's been behind Enzo for a long time, but they are now through. Cass floors Enzo with a big boot to end Monday Night Raw. This show, very bad show, but some positive to it. Braun Strowman returning, Reigns versus Joe looking dominant, and there's Stephanie who attacked Enzo Amore, guys. So this is my Monday Night Review. I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Khairo's News. Make sure to follow me on Instagram as well at Khairo's News. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please subscribe, smash that bell, and if you're already subscribed to the channel, thank you for being loyal. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, and I hope you all enjoyed this review. Tell me your thoughts on Monday Night Raw in the comments. Thank you all. Love you.